Okay, I'm just squeezing my way around past the camera. There we go. Okay, just a quick update because I'm heading into the UK for the weekend. Fortuitously, and you'll find out why. Well, you know I was heading there anyway. But the Range Rover windscreen issue is sorted, or kind of 90% of the way there. And the reason is because I spent all this morning, all today really chasing it. And I found the guy. I found us a windscreen specialist, and a hell of a one. Not only is he very, very experienced, 30, 40 years in the business, he has done big business. He has huge contracts with some kind of key bodies, certainly in Ireland and further abroad. He has done a hell of a lot of different things, stuff that other people wouldn't touch. And whereas there's still every possibility that his best guy, who will come here to do the Range Rover, will still break the screen. They're not fazed by it. They will take it on, and they know what they're doing. So that's the first thing. I'm so excited to sit down and talk to this guy and get an interview done with him, because I must have been on the phone with him over 2 different phone calls for over an hour and a half today. He can talk, and he's full of knowledge. I asked him about the Esprit glass. I said, has technology moved on since the 70s in terms of glass? Could I potentially make the same caliber of glass lighter for the Esprit? And he had a whole breadth of knowledge on that. And then I said, well, what about the Sprinter? I want to make it into a podcast studio, and I'm thinking of these bespoke windows in the side of it. And I've now changed my whole tack on that, from the knowledge and even down to legislation and what would and wouldn't work in terms of having the van commercially tested. He was full of info, so just really cool, and I'm looking forward to sitting down with him. He did a Pagani Zonda a couple of weeks ago. He is the right guy, and I got him purely by chance. I made loads of texts and stuff last night to Land Rover contacts, asking them about a windscreen, and one of the guys that I know sent me Eugene's details. Anyway, that was the one thing. The second thing, the link, is he said to me, he went away and he came back. We went with the VIN number of the car, and he came back and he said, yeah, I have a tinted, heated front screen for Range Rover Classic on the shelf here, not an hour away. Like, that's a pretty big deal in Ireland. England's really the place for Land Rover stuff. And I said, well, what's the bad news? He said, well, it's €530. So that's just not there. And I found one on eBay. I've paid for it £150. Amazing patron Michael is picking it up. He's nearby, and he's going to meet me on Sunday, where I'm going to foot passenger onto the ferry home, carrying the glass. And I even called the ferry company, and they are cool with me getting on the ferry with a 1.5 meter long length of car glass, a windscreen. So that's it. If it survives the journey from the eBayer to Holyhead, and if it survives the journey with me from Holyhead to Ireland, then it will be fitted. Hopefully on Tuesday is the tentative date, so we're in good shape. The other thing I did today was, because I needed some further breakout, I took this, which is the shade for the, oh god, I've moved the camera. It's the shade for the sunroof, and it had a foam backed piece of trim on it, which was coming off, so I had to peel it off. I'm not getting into chasing the right piece of material for that. If I end up having to spray it, I will. But what I did was I took the piece of fabric and I washed it, and then this afternoon, for something fun to do, I took it into town, and I had them print the logo onto it, because I thought that would be a bit of crack. Now, that's the way you would see it sitting in the driver's seat, right? And I think it's upside down, to be honest. And the printer was kind of like, I think it's arbitrary, mate. He was well on for doing it again. He was a lovely fella. But I think it should be like that. What do you reckon? You know what I mean? Like, you're in the driving seat looking forward. It's currently like this. Anyway, I have a second one because I've got 2 sunroofs, and maybe I'll take that one out. It's peeling off too. Wash it and bring it back to the guy. Anyway, just a bit of fun. That's the story. I'm going to head. I'm off to this car weekend in England, and it's a kind of a meeting some car guys and I will see you on Monday or Tuesday, hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday with an episode. Well, it has to be before the end of the month. Yes, it does have to be before the end of the month. So I'll see you then. Have a good weekend, and see you soon.